Yo, what's up guys? How's it going? This is German Fernandez and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to fold this origami airplane. Okay, so before we start, do not forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the button right here at the top of the screen. Good part about subscribing to my channel is that I upload new tutorials on a daily basis, so it'll notify you to your account as soon as I do so. So don't miss out, subscribe, and let's get this party started. Okay, so as you see, this is the model we're going to be folding today. It's pretty freaking awesome. I haven't tried flying it yet. Actually, I have one right here. Let me try it out. Okay, guys, it flies freaking amazing. Alright, so today we're going to be using a 11 by 8 inch sheet. So go ahead and grab that. Once you're done, let's go ahead and start. You want to fold this bottom left corner towards this top left, making sure that our bottom edge right here aligns nicely with the top one. So go ahead and take your time. Once it's nicely aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. Now we want to open it back up. And for the next step, we want to fold this bottom left corner towards this top right edge, making sure that this left edge right here aligns nicely with this top one. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so once they're aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. And now we're going to open it back up. Now we want to fold this top left corner right here towards the right bottom section where the crease is at. And we want to make sure when we do that, that this left edge right here aligns nicely with this bottom one. Once you got that aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. Once it's nicely creased, let's go ahead and open it back up. And now what we want to do is flip the paper over. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so once you've done that, we're going to fold this top right corner towards this left crease right there. So let's go ahead and do that. And while we do that, we want to make sure that this edge right here aligns from this crease all the way to the bottom crease. So let's go ahead and align it nicely. Once you've done that, let's go ahead and crease it down. Okay, so once we're done with that, let's go ahead and open it back up, just like that. Now what we want to do is flip over the piece of paper. Alright, so once you flipped it over, what I want you guys to do is poke this middle section right here, and you'll notice it'll pop upwards. So now we're going to push these ends towards the right side center crease, just like that. Then we're going to push this part down. Okay, so once you've done that, if you want to go ahead and crease it down, you could do so. I'm a creasing freak. I like to make sure everything's nice and sharp. So if yours looks like this, then you're doing an excellent job, and let's move on to the next step. So you want to grab this flap right here and flip it towards the left. Then what we want to do is fold this edge right here towards the middle crease. Once it's nicely aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. Okay, so once it's creased, let's go ahead and grab this right flap. And what we want to do is fold this corner towards the middle crease, making sure that this edge right here aligns nicely with the middle crease. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so once you got it aligned, go ahead and crease it down. Now what we want to do is fold this corner right here, let me show you, this guy, towards the right edge, making sure that this edge right here aligns nicely with this one. Alright, now let's crease it down. Once it's nicely creased, I'm going to go ahead and rotate the model towards the right. So for this next step, you're going to want to grab a ruler and a pen. So what we're going to do here is we're going to mark from the bottom tip about 2 fingers up. And we'll just mark it. So it should be about 1 inch. So I'm going to go ahead and measure it just in case. Okay, let's see. Yep, it's at exactly at 1 inch. So go ahead and draw yours at 1 inch. Now what you want to do is create a line from here to the line we just drew. So go ahead and do that. And remember, when you're drawing this line on there, make sure to apply a little bit of pressure. So then when we go and crease it, it's a lot easier. It's like almost already pre-folded. So let's go ahead and create a valley fold along this crease, along the line. Once it's nicely aligned, let's go ahead and crease it. Alright, so this is what yours should look like. So let's go ahead and set it down again. Now what we want to do, we want to fold right along this crease and bring the flap towards the left. There we go. And now we're going to repeat the same steps we did here, but to the right side. So let's go ahead and do that. We want to grab this flap, flip it towards the left, and then fold this edge towards the middle crease. Alright, so once it's nicely aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. And now we want to grab this flap right here and fold this corner towards the middle crease, making sure that this edge right here aligns nicely with our middle crease. So let's go ahead and do that. Once it's aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. Once it's creased, what we want to do is fold this corner towards this right side edge, making sure that this edge right here aligns nicely with this one. Alright, now let's go ahead and crease it. Alright, so now for this next step, we're not going to need a pen because all we're going to do is fold this corner right here towards this one, making sure that they align nicely. So you want to make sure this top section right here aligns as well with this top area and with the corner. So once they're nicely aligned, go ahead and crease it down. And as you'll notice, this edge right here will align as well with the bottom edge. So if yours looks like this, you're doing a good job. Alright, so once it's nicely creased, we're going to use our existing crease right here and bring this flap towards the right. So once you've done that, I'm going to rotate my model towards the right. Now what we want to do is grab this flap and fold this edge right here towards this edge, making sure they align nicely. Once they're aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. Now let's repeat the same step here, but to the top one. So we want to grab this flap right here and fold this edge so that it aligns with this one. Once you've done that, go ahead and crease it down. Alright, so now for this next step, you see this flap right here? This edge? This edge continues along all the way towards the left side of the design. So I'm going to mark it so you guys can see the edge. And you can mark it, you don't have to do it with a tool, you can do it with your nails as well. So check this out, you see this section, I want you guys to do it to this as well. So just go ahead and mark those. Like I said, just use your nails if you don't have a tool like mine. So now what we want to do is fold along that crease we just created, that little line. Just like that. And we're just going to crease down just that area. And we're going to do the same thing to the top. Alright, and crease it down nicely. And these are just reference marks because now what we're going to do is create a crease from here all the way towards the back. And so what we want to do is flip it over and we want to crease down both sides. So let's start with this top section and we're going to fold it downwards. And make sure that this flap, you see this flap? You see the top edge? Make sure it aligns with where you're creasing. So once it's nicely aligned, go ahead and crease it down. Alright, so once it's nicely creased, let's go ahead and open it back up. And I'm going to go ahead and flip it over to show you what yours should look like. So you see this little flap? That should align with the crease. So now let's repeat the same steps to the top side. So let's go ahead and flip it over. And now let's crease the bottom one. So let's go ahead and do that. once it's nicely aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. Alright, so once it's creased, let's open it back up, just like that. And now what we want to do is flip over the piece of paper. And now we're going to use our existing middle crease, this little guy right here, and bring these two flaps together. Now let's set it flat against the table. Alright, so now do you see this crease right here? And do you see this flap right here, the edge of that flap? So we want to go ahead and mark it a little more downwards so that we know it's there. We're going to use it as a reference point. What we want to do is create a crease from the edge of that crease right there. Crease it down, and then we want to fold this corner towards the line we just created. So go ahead and do that. Once it's nice and aligned, go ahead and crease it down. Alright, so once it's creased down, I'm going to open it back up, and you see these two creases, they should meet up just like that right there at the corner. Just like that. And this should align with that line from the top. So if yours looks like that, you're doing a good job. Now what you want to do is open this section up and push that little crease we just created inwards. So just like this, guys. Just like that. So let me open it back up so you guys can see. So if yours looks like that, then let's move on to the next step. So using our existing crease right here, we're going to go ahead and bring this flap downwards. Once you've done that, let's go ahead and do the same thing to the back side. And now we want to open the wings back up and grab this bottom section right here. Once you've grabbed that, what we want to do is shape the front. So we're going to go ahead and fold the tip downwards, just like that. So shape it nicely, take your time. And once you got that done, guys, your design is complete. Well, guys, I hope you guys had a blast. I hope yours turned out great. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the button right above. And one more thing, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like it. It really helps out my channel, and I would really appreciate it. And if you would like to comment down below to let me know what you thought about this video, feel free to do so. Alright guys, well thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh yeah, and one more thing guys, I am on Facebook as well, so click down below to go ahead and find my Facebook page. And on there, feel free to send me pictures of your final origami designs on the ones we're working on and stuff. It would be really awesome to see what you guys have done and see how yours turned out and what kind of paper you've used, etc. So yeah guys, look forward to seeing you guys on Facebook as well. So thanks once again guys, and I'll see you on the next one.